It's January 1st, 2026, and you're already failing. I know. You don't think you're failing. You made your resolution. You bought the gym membership. You wrote it down in your new planner. You feel good, but trust me, you're failing. I did the same thing for 58 years. Let me tell you what's about to happen. Every January 1st for 58 years of my life, I did the exact same thing. I'd sit down with a cup of coffee, open a fresh notebook, and I'd write at the top in big letters, "This is my year. This year, I'm finally going to get that promotion. This year, I'm going to lose the weight. This year, I'm going to stop living for the weekend and actually live." And you know what happened? By February 1st, nothing had changed. Same dead-end job I hated. Same body I was ashamed of. Same life I was just surviving, not living. And every year I told myself the same lie. Next year, I'll be ready. 58 years went by like that. 58 New Year's resolutions. 58 failures. You want to know when my life actually changed? It wasn't January 1st. It was a random Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. I was 78 years old. 78. You understand what that means? I wasted over 50 years doing the same useless thing every new year, and it was some random Tuesday in March when I finally woke up. My daughter called me that day, not to talk, not to catch up, to remind me it was my birthday. She'd forgotten, completely forgotten her own father's birthday. Called me at 9 p.m. because her husband reminded her, "Hey, isn't today your dad's birthday?" And you know what I thought in that moment? I was sitting in my living room, alone. My wife had passed 3 years earlier, cancer, and the only thought in my head was, she doesn't know me at all. My own daughter, 47 years old, married, 2 kids, a whole life. And she didn't know what I cared about, didn't know what I did with my days, didn't know my dreams, my fears, nothing. She didn't know me as a person, just as dad. And you know whose fault that was? Mine. Because I spent my entire life chasing the American dream. That's what we call it, right? Work hard, climb the ladder, provide for your family. I worked 60, 70 hours a week, every week, for 40 years. You know what I gave them? Money. I paid for private school. I paid for college. No student loans. I helped with the down payment on her first house. I gave them financial security. You know what they wanted? A father who showed up, who came to the soccer games, who asked about their day, who was actually there, not just paying for things from the office. But I was too busy building their future, too busy being a provider, too busy believing that success meant a bigger paycheck. That Tuesday night, March 17th, after that awkward birthday phone call, I sat in the dark and cried like I hadn't cried since I was a kid. And right there, I made a decision. I didn't wait for January 1st, didn't make a list, didn't tell myself next year. I decided, it's over, done. The following Monday, 4 days later, I walked into my boss's office and quit. A job I'd had for 36 years. 36 years at the same company. Middle management, good salary, great benefits. 3 years from full pension. My boss thought I'd lost my mind. "Ed, are you insane? 3 more years and you're set for life. Full retirement, healthcare. You're throwing it all away." And I looked at him and said something I'd never said in my entire career. I already threw it all away. I'd been throwing my life away every day for 36 years in this office. I walked out with no plan, no next step, no safety net. The only thing I knew was I couldn't waste another single day. Not one, because I'd already wasted thousands. And I was running out of time. Now let me tell you something nobody wants to hear on January 1st. Something that's going to make you uncomfortable. You're not going to keep your New Year's resolution. I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. Statistically, 80% of people quit before February ends. 80%. But it's not because you lack willpower. It's not because you're lazy. It's because you don't actually want to change. You want the feeling of change. And those are 2 completely different things. Let me explain. When you write down, I'm going to the gym in 2026. What happens in your brain? Dopamine, that feel-good chemical. Your brain rewards you for the intention. You haven't done anything yet, but you feel good. Then you tell your family at dinner. They congratulate you. You post it on social media. Everyone comments. You got this. Proud of you. More dopamine. You buy new workout clothes, new shoes. You take a picture, post it. More likes, more dopamine. By the time you actually need to go to the gym, your brain has already gotten all the reward. It already feels like you changed. So why do the hard work now? Then January 5th rolls around. Your alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. You were supposed to hit the gym before work, but it's cold. You're tired. You worked late yesterday, and you think, I'll just skip today. I'll go tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes. Same thing. Tomorrow. Before you know it, it's January 23rd, and you haven't gone once. The gym shoes are still in the box, judging you, because real change is miserable. It's uncomfortable as hell. You don't feel good when you're changing. You feel terrible, tired, scared, vulnerable. Your brain hates discomfort, so it does everything it can to convince you to stop. See how hard this is? See how much you're suffering? This isn't for you. Just wait a little longer. Wait until you're more ready. And you wait another year, another 10 years, another 58 years, like me, until you wake up one day at 84 years old and realize your entire life was a New Year's resolution you never had the guts to keep. So what do you do? I'm 84. I don't have time for BS anymore, so I'm going to be direct. I'm going to give you 5 things I wish someone had told me when I was 20, 30, 40 years old. Pay attention because you don't have time to learn this the hard way. Number 1, stop making vague promises. I'm going to change my life. What does that even mean? Nothing. It's empty. It's safe. It's easy to say and impossible to keep because you don't even know what it means. Instead, be so specific you can't lie to yourself. Don't say, I'm going to spend more time with family. Say, every Sunday at 6 p.m., I turn off my phone and have dinner with my wife. No exceptions. No work emails. No excuses. See the difference? One is a nice idea. The other is a commitment you either keep or break. No middle ground. Number 2, start today. Not Monday. Not January 1st. Today. Right now. This second. I wasted 58 years waiting for the right time. You know when the right time is? Never. There is no right time. It's never convenient. It's never easy. You have that project at work. Your mom's birthday is next week. Always an excuse. If you wait for all the excuses to disappear, you'll die waiting. If you can't start right now, you won't start on day 1 either. Number 3, assume you're going to fail. Not if you fail. When? I failed 1,000 times before I got anything right. The difference between people who succeed and people who quit isn't willpower. It's that they restart. You're going to skip the gym. Guaranteed. You're going to yell at your kids even though you promised you wouldn't. You're going to eat junk food even though you swore you'd eat clean. And that's okay. The problem isn't failing. The problem is quitting when you fail. It's using the failure as an excuse to stop trying. Number 4, do something you actually miss when you don't do it. Don't do something because you should, because your doctor said so. If you're doing it because you should, you'll quit. I promise. Do something that when you don't do it, when the day ends and you didn't do it, you lie in bed and think, damn, I wish I'd done that today. That's what you do. For me, it was woodworking. My grandfather taught me when I was a kid. I loved it, but I stopped. For 40 years, I didn't touch it because I didn't have time. Every single day I didn't do it was a day I stole from myself. Number 5, stop announcing your plans to everyone. When you tell everyone your plan, your brain gets the reward immediately. You get the congratulations, the validation, the dopamine hit, and then you don't need to do the work anymore because you already got the reward. So shut up. Just do it. In silence. For 6 months, then you can tell people, not before. Never before. Look, I'm 84 years old. I wasted 2025. I wasted 2024. I wasted 2023. I wasted every single year before that believing new year meant something. That a new calendar would change me. That a different number would make a difference. It doesn't. January 1st isn't magic. It's just a day. Like today. Like yesterday. Like tomorrow. 2026 is not going to save you. Write that down. Put it on your fridge. A new calendar doesn't erase your old decisions. A different year doesn't change who you are. Your empty promises don't become real just because you made them on a special day. It doesn't work that way. It never did. But you know what can change everything? A decision. A real decision. Because I'm going to tell you a secret. You're never going to be ready. Never. I waited 58 years to be ready. And when I finally did it, you know how I felt? Terrified. Unprepared. Like it was going to blow up in my face. But I did it anyway. Because I finally understood. Being ready is a lie we tell ourselves to avoid being uncomfortable. And if you're watching this right now, on this first day of 2026, making that same empty promise you made in 2025 and 2024 and every year before that, let me ask you something. A question that's going to hurt. How many more January 1sts do you have? 50? 40? 30? 20? 10? You don't know. Nobody does. But whatever the number is, it's finite. It ends because I thought I had forever. At 20, I thought I had my whole life ahead. At 40, I still thought I had time. At 60, 70, I kept thinking plenty of time. And suddenly, I was 84. And when I looked back, you know what I saw? 58 years of promises. 58 years of next year. 58 years of wasted days. And most of them were gone. Already over. And I'm never getting them back. Don't wait until you're 84 to figure this out. Don't wait until you look back and only see regret. Because it hurts. It hurts in a way you can't imagine. It's a pain that doesn't go away. That has no cure. It's realizing your entire life was a New Year's resolution you never had the courage to keep. That you spent your whole life getting ready to live instead of actually living. If this video made you uncomfortable, if you're sitting there feeling bad right now, irritated, angry at me, good, perfect, it should bother you. Because somebody needed to tell you this. And I wasted 58 years waiting for someone to tell me. Nobody did. Everyone just patted me on the back. You're doing great. Keep going. Next year's your year. Comfortable lies. And I believe them. Because it was easier. Subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment and tell me, what promise did you make today? And which one are you actually going to keep? Because if the answer is none, that's fine. At least you're being honest. And honesty is the first step. It took me 58 years to take that first step. I hope you're smarter than I was.